Cars are gritting on up, and what a wild ride is set to be this afternoon. 42 cars are ready to rumble from the world's center of racing. Started on pole position this afternoon, it is Sean Bounty alongside Tommy Gossett with Tyler Grinnell back in third, and Cole Fraley, the two dual winners on row number 2. Row 3 holds David Farmer and Ryan Dingler. Row 4 with Connor LaFrance and Maxwell Kroll. Row 5 with rookie James Silvers alongside contending veteran Noah Swafford. Dallas Holscher, another rookie in 11th alongside Stephen Purcell. Rookie Blaine Brink in 13th with Bear Morton in 14th. Jacob Noyes back in 15th. Matt Rucci making his long-awaited return in 16th. Spencer Reyes 17th with Adrian Loya rounding out the top 18. From there, Terrell Wheeler and Davey Hazard on row number 10. Colby Muse in 21st. Brett Rucker in 22nd to close out the top half of the field. Then it's Mark Brannigan Jr., Robert Peterson, Grant Peterson, and Scott Griffin. Scott Thomason and Austin McColgan. Sean Kaiser and Nathaniel Ames. Matt Cherry, Jeremiah Hobbs on 31st and 32nd for row number 16, Trey Kuno, Josh Whiteman, row 17. Row 18 holds Eric Parson and Zachary Kreischer. Row 19, Gage Kemp and Justin Wilson. Row 20 with Jonathan Casevier and Austin Gassione, with Nathan Shiflett and Hunter Thrower rounding out the field. So a long way ahead of us here on Tuesday night as the field working their way into turn numbers 1 and 2, sorry. And I'm excited. Daytona is always wild. It's a special, special place. Everybody wants to get the win at Daytona International Speedway. There is just something about it that invites this absolute intensity about it. You know for a fact that a lot of drivers are going to have a great time this afternoon. Adrian Loya, Austin McColgan, and Ryan Dingler all making starts from pit road this afternoon. Hunter Thrower did not make the starting call this afternoon. Sean Bounty, Tommy Gossett, haven't talked about them all that much, but that's a good thing up to this point because that means they were 1-2 in qualifying. Sean Bounty was not sure if we'd be seeing him this afternoon. Had to get some things sorted regarding membership, but he is back and ready for more. For the Rebel Racing number 34 car. Had a good drive earlier on this in his career in season number 6. And now looking for more at the start of Season 7. The iRacing pace car will pull down and into pit road, this time by... Time to welcome the OMSRL Cup Series back proper with the first race in 2025 to the Geico Restart Zone. Green flag drops. Go, go, go at Daytona! Off of turn number 4, Tommy Gossett leads the way as he will take lap number 1 to green this afternoon of 60. Cole Fraley working to the inside line. Kroll bound to the main pushers, but already a second pack forming with Scott Griffin and David Holscher leading that second train right now from about 16th on back. Top 16 still double file as we hit the back straight for the second time today. One car jumping down to the low side. That's Adrian Loya, the Midwest Motorsports driver. Oh, no, sorry, this is a different discount tire car making his way to the bottom side of the racetrack. That is the number 12, Jeremiah Hobbs, running the Mustang. My apologies there. So Hobbs jumping back to the back end of the racetrack. Fraley will take the lead back at the end of lap number 2. And this race will officially enter the midway phase. Now you can see that second pack, after they got themselves single-filed out a little bit, they're starting to get some momentum going here. Jacob Noyes, Nathaniel Ames, Blaine Brink, and Spencer Ray leading the charge to try and push these guys back towards the front end of the field, and that is why we see them hitting the back straightaway in force, trying to really get something working with them here. You're right on board with a three-time repeat champion Spencer Ray out of Rolla, Missouri, and whoa, boy, heads up as the 39 car with a big checkup, and that's going to bring this pack right back into the fray here this afternoon. So Gossett still leading the way, but now Maxwell Kroll trying to become the first, lead his first laps of the season. Kroll to the inside, he takes the spot away from the number 80. Freilich trying to find his way through the middle groove as still double file, and I'm not expecting to see too much in the way of too many aggressive moves. I mean, these guys they know it's a long race. They know how to handle themselves, and I'm sure that they'll be being nice and patient in the early going here. No point on trying to overexert yourselves this early on. One car going 3 wide up the high side. That's Noah Swaffer, the DuPont number 17 MWMF Motorsports driver, dropping down as he's going to find himself on the outside looking in. A couple of cars. Oh, boy. Oh, we got big problems over here in turn 2. Sean Kaiser low on the racetrack. One more car down on the apron. I think that might have been Matt Cherry. So something going awry on the approach down to turn 1. Let's try to find out what happened, potentially around where Ames was. So they're 3 wide up front. Ames in the middle of the pack. Starting to stack up. Look out for the stack up. And there goes Ames down onto the apron. Oh, and he got hit. There was a lot of cars that got kind of collected and discombobulated there. But I tell you what, a good job on this field to avoid that being any worse than it was. I'm sure it's a bit of annoyance, but they're going to be able to get themselves back. They can rally back and hope for a caution later on. I doubt this race will go caution-free. Sean Bounty leads the way. He's now pushed by Gossett, Bear Morton, and Matt Rucci, Tyler Grinnell. All leading the way. It's an outside line extravaganza as we make our way down to the turn numbers 3 and 4. Cole Freilich in the mix of all of this. The winner from duel number 2. Tucked up right behind Maxwell Kroll, and he's got cars all around him right now. There you see the number 7 of Conda LaFrance up on the high side of the Zin number 7. Did he just get onto the apron there potentially a little bit? Coming around through through the tri-oval. Sorry, that's always a brave move to be making, but I think they're going to be able to get it more or less sorted amongst themselves. Towards the tail end of the field here, you still got a lot of drivers that are scrambling and jockeying for position. Then you check on all the guys further down the field. Swafford is down the field. Hayspear is down the field. Thomason, Peterson, and Muse have managed to link up. Teft's trying to link up with Zachary Kreischer. Kreischer hooked up with Hobbs, Cherry, Kuno, and Ames. Sorry, Ames with his own driver here, Sean Kaiser. And then McColgate, Loya, and Dingler down to the tail end of the field. But right now, the Rebel Racing number 34 leads the way. Sean Bounty took some good, solid drives when we saw him out for some good racing action a little while ago, and we are hoping to see more from Sean Bounty this season. Could be a good run. Who knows what could pan out here. But right now for Bounty, he's content to ride. He's content to roll with it. He did pick up 3 wins last season. And wouldn't it be a good way to go after his championship than to go at it again? Unfortunately, got taken out in the round of 6 last season. Which is why we see him so far down the standings. He finished 5th, I believe, at the end of that championship, but still 2x2 all the way back to the 26th place driver of Josh Whiteman. Hunter Thrower still has not made an appearance on the racetrack this afternoon, so he'll officially be scored as 42nd, and right now marked as a DNS, did not start. Brett Rucker leading the way from the inside of the racetrack for the MWMF Motorsports number 69 entry. Maxwell Kroll, the main car behind him. See Robert Peterson trying to link up with LaFrance up on the high side of the racetrack as Cole Freilich is in the mix as well, trying to get something working with them. Right now, very tame start to this race already. 1/6 of the way through, working lap 10 of 60 this afternoon. The laps flying by quickly if you get through them without too many caution laps. There you see 2 more packs towards the tail end. Now, if this front pack here trails the brake a little bit, they could potentially link up with Kreischer and his crew further down the field and try to get something going with them. They could get about an 8-9 car pack linked up there. Wouldn't really be enough to catch up to the front runners, but it'd be enough to at least stop hemorrhaging time. Down the back straightaway. Not a lot of favoring into what line is really the most ideal here. Oh, careful with that 3-car tandem down to the inside of the racetrack as 84 car, David Farmer, trying to get some momentum going, pushing Maxwell Kroll in to Brett Rucker. That's always a risky thing to do. Possible, but not advisable when it comes to iRacing. So the pack still making its way through as the 34, the 80, the 69 all under a blanket. Now the inside trying to find some more speed, and it looks like speed they have got. You see Brett Rucker making the move to get around Sean Bounty. 3-car, almost 4-car tandem down to the bottom lane here. And try as he may, Tommy Gossett not really able to do much. And look at the gap that Brett Rucker pulled out there in 3 and 4 because of all that pushing. It's been a good start for Bounty here as you see Kroll getting a little bit upset or unsettled there as he drifted towards the middle groove, managed to get back down before anybody could really make anything of that. But look at how much that has fractured the inside's momentum. They have lost so much pace as a result, and Rucker's dropped all the way back to 5th. Got to be able to have some of that confidence in your pushing buddy, and if they're making moves behind you like that, it's really hard to get a lot of that confidence in there. Oh, now Farmer jumping to the high side. Almost got into it with David Holzberg. 3 wide now with the 39 entry. Scott Griffin caught in the middle. Spencer Ray down low. They'll get it doubled out again. That got a little bit dicey there the last time by through 1 and 2. That could have been a bit of a nasty incident, but a good job on the field to manage to escape that more or less unharmed. And there might be some chirping going on the driver's radio now as a result of that move. Quite a few drivers still seeing what they got going for them here. Riding on board with James Silvers, one of the rookie drivers entering today out of Waynesville, North Carolina. Cornerstone Motorsports driver currently shoving Robert Peterson up on the high side of the racetrack, but oh boy, big stack up all around there. We got potential issues entering turn 3. That was a massive stack up all around there. Not sure what that was all about. So we made our way down the back straightaway. Take a look at this from above. Watch how bad the checkup was here all around coming down to the turn number 3. I mean, that is not something you want to see when you're the pusher. You don't have a lot of time to react to it. Tommy Gossett now leads the way. They have he and Sean Bounty have swapped, so Bounty now the main pusher. He's going to take the chance to save a bit of fuel here. Already 1/4 of the way through this race. The field still making their way cleanly through turn numbers 3 and 4. Checking in on that second little train here. They have actually linked the 2 trains up. So like I thought, they've got the 2 trains linked up. But the problem is right now, I don't really see them making up all that much time to the cars in front here. You compare the lap times, well, they did make up a good bit the last little while. And how about that? I mean, 0.08 of a second, they are closing. Not by much, but they are closing. If they can just link up and get some momentum going, there is a very real possibility they can catch them before the end of this race. It'd be a long shot, but it's a chance. Jump way back to earlier in the race and try to get a good look on what happened here. This is again another look on that lap 5 incident that almost saw us go to caution number 1. There you see Nathaniel Ames cut down low, and then here in the back, some drivers get tangled together. They stack up on the outside line big time, and then right there, one car got turned into the middle. Sean Kaiser scrambled down low. One got into the wall, but what could have been a nasty incident ends up being no worse than only about 4 or 5 cars or so. Cole Freilich caught in the what we call the sucker hole, as he is forced all the way back to 17th. He'll link up with Justin Wilson on the high side. There's the 55 car of Shiflett down low. Nathan Shiflett on a good recovery drive, plus 22 on the day so far. He crashed out on lap 2 of his duel. And now he is trying to push his way up to the front. See what he's got for the field. Matt Rucci up top. Here we go. 3 wide. Started to become more prevalent as Rucci goes 3 wide to the high side. Greneau, LaFrance in the middle. 69 to 19 both down low, and that's allowing a 3-car breakaway up front with Gossett, Bounty, and Morton. If there's anybody I would trust to go 3 wide, it would probably be Rucci. He's got a great reputation for being able to handle himself in a tight spot like that. And Rucci's going to be able to link up now with the top 3. He'll, in fact, jump down low. And now Gossett jumps down low as well. So Tommy Gossett hopping to the low side of the racetrack, trying to fend off Rucci. Rucci's not having it. Rucci to the top side. He's going for the lead. He's trying to be pushed by Sean Bounty. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Cole Freilich just flashed out. You can't have that when you're in the middle of 3 wide at Daytona. And the kart chasing number 15 Cameron will get his connection stabilized. But right now, a battle between Bounty and Rucci, v. Greneau and Gossett for the race lead. 1/3 of the way through this race. 40 laps to go. Caution! We have a crash. Not sure where or for what. The yellow flag does come out. Unless nope. Okay, that's what I thought. They do have stages. Stage points are awarded at 35% of this race. That would be right here. So this was the end of the stage lap here. But again, not sure what the caution was for. Potentially, Colby Muse will try to get a look back and look to find out what happened here. Colby Muse way off of the back of the field here. He's all the way in this second train here. Oh, drifts up. Oh, careful. 3 wide. 12 on the bottom, 60 up high. And they just get sandwiched. That'll do it. Heavy lick into the outside wall for all 3 cars. So that was Colby Muse getting involved. Jeremiah Hobbs. And then Scott Thomason as well. It's a little bit unfortunate there for Colby Muse. He didn't really do anything wrong. He just kind of got caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that will send us to stage number 1 at the end of things. And Matt Rucci will pick up top stage points this afternoon. Here comes everybody down and into pit road. No surprises here on seeing the entire field coming down to the lane. It's Boundy. Pit stop at the head of the field. Whoa! Holy! Who the heck was that coming in hot? That was the 55. See, everybody going to make their way out, but the 55 car, talk about coming in hot. Shiflett, what was that, my friend? Right on board with Nathan Shiflett here as he makes his way through. He is back in the field here. We'll ride them all the way down pit road. He did catch the wall, I think, a little bit. Oh, bit of a hit. Tell you what, that worked out for him, though. He manages to roll into his pit stall. All of that, and we will get cars back out onto the racetrack. Bear Morton picks up the lead of the race. Eric Parson having not stopped. Same story for Whiteman and Kuno. Not sure if I agree with that call. But Tommy Gossett takes home the second place finish for the stage. Can't get a touch with Matt Rucci. We can get a touch with the runner-up, though. We'll see if we can get a word with him. Tommy Gossett, there's no ramble up here in the broadcast booth. Got a copy?
I do.
Well, you finished number 2 in stage number 1. It was awful close, though, coming up to before that caution flag came out. Your thoughts on the racing so far?
It's been good. The more clean and green, the better.
Overall, do you have any highs or hopes on the day? What do you think you can do with that number 80 car before the end of the night?
Anything less than a win is going to be disappointing for me.
Gunning for the win, then, it would seem. Do you reckon you'll have any challenges of getting that done, or should this be a straightforward race going forward?
Oh, it's plate racing. You got to put yourself in a good position. It's not all about luck. You got to position yourself right to be able to get there and get it done.
All right, we wish you the best of luck. We're about to go green here. Good luck in stage 2.
Appreciate it.
Now, normally, there is not any yellow flags in the stages. That caution, of course, coming out for an actual crash on the racetrack. I thought it might have been for the stage for a moment, but nope, it was for a crash. By the way, those drivers that did not pit under that caution flag, they did come down pit road. You see Spencer Ray making his way out of pit road. Jeremiah Hobbs and Colby Muse still stopped in pit road. So green flag will be coming on out this time by just 6 laps shy of halfway. Bear Morton leads the way, Boundy to his outside. Field only for Morton. Right sides for Boundy, LaFrance, and Greneau. 4 for just about everybody else. iRacing pace car will make the look into pit road. And Bear Morton will lead us into the Geico restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Well, that incident was the incident that the second pack was hoping for, because now they can try and get themselves sorted with the head of the field again. Tyler Grinnell immediately looking high, does not want to be the pusher. He will be shoved clear by Sean Boundy to the point. Tommy Gossett tries to go low. Sean Boundy covers him off and goes for the lead himself. A lot of drivers slicing and dicing, trying to go for top spots here this afternoon. And look at about, what is that, a 16-car breakaway from the field, 15 or so? Still a good launch from this pack, and that was a good long salvo of laps that we had to kick off racing action this afternoon as well. So I feel like we're going to have a good race this afternoon. Brett Rucker caught in the middle. Farmer up high. Brannigan up high. They're going to go 3 wide. Gassion goes with them, as does the 7 of Holscher. Wilson also goes up high. Nobody wanted to work with that 69 car in the middle lane right now. So for now, it is Gossett, Morton, Boundy, LaFrance, and more. Two very solid lanes, and this time no big mid-pack separation. A few stragglers down off at the tail end, but for the most part, looking strong. One notable driver that has dropped off of this, Cole Freilich. Saw a lot out of him early on. He decided to come down to pit road a second time under that caution. Top up on fuel. It has not gone his way. He is now well off of the leading pack, and he needs a caution. Get himself back into contention. So Gossett continues to lead the way. He has led quite a few laps so far this afternoon, and it seems like this lead has been traded back and forth between Boundy and Gossett more than anybody. So it's understandable why he wants to go for the W. Here goes Holscher making his way up the middle with Rucker in tow. The two teammates going at it. Two Zen cars up the middle side. And Rucker can't get a nose in down low, as David Holscher quickly gets up front. Brett Rucker keeps trying to open up a third middle groove to try and make a run for, but his big problem has been he just doesn't have anybody going with him, and that's his huge problem right now. Turning lap number 30. As Gossett and Robert Peterson will now be the main two down low. They'll link up with Barrett Morton and Connor LaFrance. Sean Boundy still leading the drive up top. And now, ooh, look out. Connor LaFrance and Robert Peterson both going to jump aggressively to the high side. Somebody should tell these guys the stage has passed. It's just a straight shot from here to the end now. So off the turn number 4, 30 down, 30 to go. We're halfway at Daytona. Now Now David Farmer trying to open up a middle lane. He's going to quickly jump back down in line. Nobody wanting to go with him at the moment. One car jumping down underneath the line. That is Jonathan Casebeer trying to give up spots. He will drop all the way to the tail end. Not comfortable with what he saw up the road. Oh, boy. They might not be comfortable with that move there as you saw Swabber make an aggressive lane change down low. You got to be aggressive in these cars, though. They are so aero-dependent at tracks like this that one mistake and we'll see you losing any kind of draft, even if you're about a quarter second back without any help. Jacob Noyes up to the outside, almost into the outside wall. He's now going to tuck in line behind Shiflett. Inside's got some momentum going for it, and as we make our way down the back straightaway, Barron Morton pushing strong. Meanwhile, LaFrance struggling to hook up with Robert Peterson. Davey Hazard saw him make some big moves in his dual race earlier on. Now he is looking to get him into the top three. Morton, I don't like that about how Morton kind of looked to the middle and then got back down. Gotta be predictable at a track like this, and that is not being predictable. One car up the road, that is Jeremiah Hobbs, making his way around through 3 and 4, and he is going to be caught in about 2-3 laps or so by this leading pack. Down by a good 10 miles an hour of speed right now for him. Still, double file is always the name of the game, and we're not expected to see anything different until we get pretty deep into the running this afternoon. Gossett jumps low. There's C. Hobbs. Trucking along as he makes his way into turn number 3. Now, I think a pressing question that quite a few drivers are having, where's the big one going to come at? It's tradition almost on iRacing to have a big one at some point in one of these races. High Tide Racing League, when they came here, they had 4. SRA had 3 when they were last out. They're commonplace. And in these Gen 7 cars, it does not take much to send them around. .25 laps to go at the line. And there's quite a bit of action that's been going on all throughout this field so far, and I've been a big fan of the racing that we've seen. How about this pack of 5 here? This is Purcell, Grant Peterson, Swafford Ames, and Casebeer. He kind of dropped off of the leading group, but they've been working together, and they've been able to mitigate their losses. And with them being double file up the road, they could draft their way up. They could get some good momentum working with them. Now Hobbs, 3 wide in the middle, is into the outside wall. That's checking up the whole pack right now. LaFrance up top with no help. Everyone fanning into the middle. Groove, look out! 1 car down low. Maxwell Kroll slides into the infield. He'll get it back, sorted. Can he get onto the racetrack without problems? Entering turn 3, he'll manage to work his way out there, but a nervy moment for the number 19. So that's going to split this pack up a little bit more. You can see that was going to come from one place or another. It's just a shame that it came from right there. Maxwell Kroll was in the top 10. He drops all the way to 35th after this. He's got hooked. Again, a phenomenal job to keep that car underneath them. Sean Bounty up on the high side. Farmer right behind him. And I think... yeah, may have drifted up a little bit into Bounty. Well, the pack got itself sorted up again, and now we're 3 wide through the middle. Oh, trouble behind! Look out! Cars into the outside wall, sliding down the racetrack. The 14 of Blame Brink. The one that comes to rest, facing the wrong direction. Oh, no, 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 no. What are you doing? What are you doing? No, don't do that. Blaine, you can't do that. First thing I thought was immediately back to Austin McCullough in Indianapolis last season. Did the exact same thing. Drove right across the racetrack and took out Brett Rucker. No need for that. That is... why? Why would you do that? Well, Blaine Brink, he just drifted up in the middle of 3 wide, put himself into the wall with Terrell Wheeler, his own teammate. Wheeler with a broken right front goes down to the inside, and the 14 goes back into the outside wall. Not a bad crash, though. Just a bit of a bent-up race car for a few drivers in the middle of that. Grant Peterson was able to make it through. Right aboard with Peterson. Did a good job, saw it coming, just slowed up, did lose some spots, but he's going to cut right through the middle. And now this is on board with Brink. Spins it out, backs it into the outside wall again, and he can see the whole field up the road coming at him still. He can see him coming at him. Holy cow. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I mean, it shows so little respect for your fellow competitors. Come on, man. This is on board with Josh Whiteman. He was slowing up and sees all of a sudden, look at this. I mean, that is way too close for comfort. And then same deal for Kroll. I mean, just... if Kroll did not make that correction down to the infield, he absolutely would have been taken out. That is inexcusable. Hold the brakes. That's all you got to do. You don't need to get off the racetrack like that. Few cars in a pit row. Brett Rucker, Stefan Brissell, Swaffer, Parson, Kroll, Brink, and more. Daniel Ames has pulled off the racetrack and looking like he might have called it quits. Not sure why or what happened there for the 28 car. We'll try to get a word in with one of the drivers here that got involved with that. We'll bring Terrell Wheeler up to the broadcast booth. Terrell, this is Noel Rempel up here. You got a copy?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was a bit unfortunate to tangle up with you and your teammate there. Sees quite a bit of damage to that 43 car. How's it looking?
Right now we are good. We went in and got a fast repair real quick. It's a bummer we already had to use a fast repair before the big one at the end, but it's just kind of unfortunate because it wasn't meant to happen like that. It's just everyone was kind of checking up, and everyone checked up really hard, and everyone just kind of tangled up there. And I barely got hit into the wall and broke some stuff. And it's all good though. We'll finish it off strong.
You mentioned a good finish, potentially still on the cards for you, but with no quick repair, is that going to adjust how that race pans out for you later on here?
Yeah, I think for now, since we're kind of, midway through this race, getting towards the end here, probably ease off for a bit and see the last 10 laps how aggressive it starts to get, and then usually the last 5 laps it gets super aggressive, so hopefully keep her clean till the last 5 laps and see where we end.
Sounds like a solid plan. We'll wish you the best of luck. Good luck out there, Terrell.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Well, Terrell Wheeler out of Bismarck, North Dakota, for LGR Motorsports, currently sitting 35th after colliding with his teammate. We'll go 1 lap to green here, 20 laps on the boards. So everybody from about 25th on down, so Cole Freilich on back, came down under this pit stop for another set of fuel. Some for some tires, some for damage repairs. Tommy Gossett and David Farmer right now are both leading the way, with James Silvers up in third, Morton in fourth, LaFrance in fifth, and Davey Hazard brings it up in sixth. 41 cars started this race. 39 remain on the racetrack, and those 39 are also all still on the lead lap. "31 people watching along live right now on Green Flag TV. To those people, we welcome all of you along, and we'll hope you'll be joining us for all of our other shows throughout the course of the week, and of course for the rest of the OMSRL Cup Series going forward. This is the first of 4 back-to-back season openers that we've got in our racing action this week, with more on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Pace car is off. Tommy Gossett to the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. And Justin Wilson immediately cutting to the inside, so issues setting in for Wilson right off the hitch here. See what happened to him. As the back markers, number 09, he goes. Wow. Oh, his motor blew. Engine expired for the Universe 09. Good heads up to get down to the inside, but look at the pack separation. 1 second already from Shiflett back to Dingler. So Gossett leads the way in pack 1. Griffin now leads the way in pack 2, and they are bumping and banging back here as well, trying to get some runs going. They're now 1.4 seconds off of the leading pack, and they are dropping fast. So you got the top 16 all under a blanket, and then here's 17th on back, still trying to get single file down, and I think they got something working for each other now, so they might be able to have some better runs going. Outside lanes seeming to be the favored line from a lot of drivers in this leading group right now. Nobody wanted to take that chance of jumping down to the low side, so you got Gossett up top, Farmer up top, Silvers, LaFrance, Greneau, Brannigan and McCall get all up on the high side where you get the first bit of side-by-side around 7th. And you see Austin McColgan jumping down low. He's going to try to make a run down the bottom lane here as he gets himself working towards the Daytona super stretch and towards turn 3. Second pack continued to drop, by the way. They are now back by 2.4 seconds. So they are losing out, and there is Justin Wilson still trying to make it around real slow. I don't think he's going to make it back to pit road, honestly. I'm going to be brutally honest with you here, Justin. You would have lost less time if you just stopped and towed. He's now lost 2 laps as a result of that. But he is keeping it off the racetrack, so no caution for now. We'll keep it green. Two by two. The front pack, a little, oh, trouble! Multi-car crash back straightaway. Caution comes out for the 3rd time tonight as multiple cars go spinning. Wilson, Kreiser, Freilich, Loya, all getting collected. On the back straightaway. Rewind, goes wrong. Freilich gets in it with the 4. Collides with the 19, and then multiple cars bouncing down the inside. Maxwell Kroll with a near miss, and I think Sean Kaiser might have escaped disaster there as well. Multiple cars, though, going around and not Not the restart we were hoping to have, but that's good news for everybody ahead of this. They can now get themselves back up into contention. It's a pretty hefty lick into the wall. Did you see Fraley taking out the 56 car? Man, oh man. That was Blaine Brink sliding into the infield. Just managed to get that car underneath him. Right on board with Sean Kaiser, who was right behind it. Talk about making a lunge down to the inside to get around that. He'll ruin a 0x race, but I think anybody will take that over having a torn up race car. So 15 laps to go. We are under the yellow flag for the third time this afternoon. We're going to take a step back. We return. It's more action on Green Flag TV. Welcome back to Green Flag TV. Just about to return to Green Flag Racing with 12 laps left on the docket. Tommy Gossett still stands as your race leader alongside David Farmer up top. McColgan, Silvers, LaFrance, Morton for the first 3 rows. iRacing pace car makes its look into pit road. Green flag is back in the air. We're into the closing stages now, so now you really start to see a lot of that anticipation and a lot of that intensity starting to ramp up. You cannot afford to hang around much longer and wait. You have really got to make those moves if you want to get to the front, especially for some of these guys towards the tail of the field. Right now, K-Spear, Parson, and everybody behind him losing touch with the leading group. Tommy Gossett told us earlier he would very much like to go for a race win this afternoon. And it is very much on the cards for him. It's all eyes on the leading group as they fight their way down the back straightaway. Austin McColgan, Barrett Morton with a good drive down on the low side. But Morton just can't do anything. Oh, look out, looking for 3, looking at 4. Morton down into the grass, heads up as he gets into it with Silver. Morton sideways, crashing up in turn number 1. Down the front straight out of the triangle. It's the big one on the front stretch as we got cars scattering everywhere. 5, 6, 7, they are still piling in back here. They're still wrecking. Eric Parson is involved. Huge crash on the front straightaway. That went about as poorly as that could have possibly gone. It started out okay, and then it was anything but. Take a look on what happened here. So the 4 of Silvers comes down. Morton goes into the grass. And then completely unrelated, Gossett just hooks McColgan. McColgan might have come with the racetrack a little bit. Puts Farmer into the wall. Everybody scrambles down low to avoid. And then the 20 hits Rucci. Around goes Morton. Holy cow, the 7. Wow, Holscher. Just getting around that, and oh boy, Gossett almost had a huge hit there. And And then Blaine Brink just came screaming in. Took out others. Wild scenes on the front stretch. Coming down to the front straightaway. There you see them. There they all go. Quite a few cars might be done as a result of that. You can already see them all stacking up back here as well, so it wasn't entirely on silvers. Just a big concertina looked like it had just kind of devolved. There you see everyone piling in behind him. Blaine Brink just never really slowed down for that. Let's ride on board with the 14. It is now down in 33rd because of this. Lifts a little, goes low. Okay, credit to him, he tried. He did try, he just tried too little too late. And now this is with Holscher. Dallas Holscher just barely gets through this, and this is how. Jeez Louise, what an avoidance there. Talk about parting the seas. So James Silvers, out of all of that, picks up the lead of the race. And we're going to be making our way up and around now as a result. Wow, that got up there though. That was that was a bit of a nervy moment for a few drivers, and you could tell some potentially might be a little bit more happier with the results of that than others. We'll talk to one of the drivers that got the first pieces of that. Bear Morton, we'll replicate with the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, but I got you.
Well, that was not the most ideal of runs there. You do end up in the grass, but I think for the most part, looking like you managed to avoid the worst of that. But kind of walk us through your view of that big one.
I don't know, come off the corner, just pushing Austin, and got doored, and in the grass I try to ease my way up, and got hit again. I thought I was clear of it, and I saw all the wreck happening behind me, and the next thing I know, I'm spinning backwards. So hopefully it doesn't completely ruin my chances.
31st place right now, 6 laps to go potentially, but we take the green flag. What's your thoughts on what might be in store for you? Do you reckon you still got a shot to go for some good spots?
Man, I don't know. Just avoid all the carnage here. It's about to get crazy. So you guys over there at green flag better hold on to your heads, because it's going to get nuts here in a minute.
Now, we buckled in about 53 laps to go, rest assured. But we'll let you go back to work. Good luck out there.
All right, man. Thank you.
Barrett Morton currently will be restarting. He has moved his way up to 29th. The driver out of Louisville, Kentucky. It will be a 6-lap sprint to the end. Now, I have no confidence that we're going to get to the end of this race under green flag conditions. But it has happened. But you look at the average of late race restarts like this on iRacing. You look at the aggressive field that we're going to have here, along with quite a few heavy hitters right up at the top. Not so sure. Coming to the end of caution number 4 as the iRacing pace car will make its way into pit road. Silvers gets on the loud pedal. We're back underway. Well, it didn't take long for Greno to get the elbows out as he's going to go to the top side. Abandoned Silvers from down low. Gassione links up with his CSM teammate. Sean Bowdy going to go with him. Robert Peterson going to go help out Silvers down low. Well, there we go. Caution is out. Wrecking big turn 2. Multiple cars still spinning around. Cole Freilich caught the wall. 3, 4, 5 at least that are involved. Well, France is involved. Wilson, McColgan are all in there. Oh, something went wrong off of the jump. LaFrance is still in the grass. They were 3 wide. Gosson in the middle. Teft came down, and LaFrance was just innocent bystander. Heavy hit up into the outside wall. There you see David Farmer get involved. There's McColgan's involvement. As McCall goes up into the outside wall, and LaFrance will slide down. There's Freilich just getting through that. And, oh, head on with Justin Wilson. That's all it takes. And a big lick into the outside wall from McColgan comes down, and then 75 of Davey Hasser got turned into the fence. He may have been given a helping hand from behind. He sure did. He got some help from the Reams car. And that was Mark Brannigan Jr. that ran him over. And a little loose. Probably should have been checking up a little bit more than that. But it is what it is. That's super speedway racing for you. Connor LaFrance has taken the tow to pit road, and it looks like we'll get a Nat green-white checkered with this. Move through the field. We'll give a quick chat here to one of the rookies that we haven't had a chance to talk about much all night long. Let's bring Jeremiah Hobbs up into the broadcast booth. Jeremiah, this is Noel Rempel up here for Green Flag TV. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's been a good start for you so far. Plus 17 on the day. Top 15, a victory within sight. What do you reckon is going to be in store these last 2 laps?
I probably know as best as you do or any of the viewers out there. I mean, we've had 2 big ones back to back. I know these guys up front, we could do it. Pretty clean restart right there, but I think it's more of a guessing game of who's going to make that 3rd line first. So I know our discount tire Ford is ready for it. I think we've been steady, just trying to stay out of everything, but who knows? It's really a guessing game of blackjack at this point.
Season-long aspirations. Obviously, this is just your first start of what will hopefully be many, but do you already have any season-end goals, or what's going to be the game plan?
It's kind of fun being a rookie. I've jumped around from league to league, so Rookie of the Year would be a nice little award to add to the little checklist of things I want. But other than that, just having fun, really. Just trying to get a good finish every race and get to know some new guys and enjoy the racing most part. This is my first time ever being in Cup, so it's a new experience for me as well.
I like it. Well, we'll let you get back to work. Good luck out there on the restart. I believe, where did I pull you from? Sorry.
Midwest Motorsports.
Figured as much. Thank you so much. We'll see you later, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Jeremiah Hobbs will be restarting his race 15th place in Midwest Motorsports Stream out of Lockwood, Colorado. And if I have completely mispronounced that township, I am 100% sure I'll get an earful of it after this race. But it'll be a Nat green-white checkered, so we are not in overtime territory yet. But another caution will put us there. Racing wise, traditionally, this league has run with 3 overtime attempts throughout the course of their history. I've not heard anything about this system changing throughout the course of the afternoon. So up to 3 attempts and potentially 4 more crashes in us before the day is over. Right now, we draw to the end of caution number 5. Austin Gassion really laying back here. Now he's going to try to get back up there. That could cause a bit of a stack up here for those that weren't ready for it behind. Got to be careful for that. Green flag is going to be out this time by. Just got to make it around another 2.5 miles to take the white flag. Geico restart zone is in view. Tyler Grinnell waits for the end of it. Now he goes. Green flag is in the air. 2 laps to go in regulation time. "31 cars still on the racetrack, all with potential chances to go for W's this afternoon. Like Hobbs said, it's all going to be about who chooses to open up that 3rd lane. Grinnell links up with his teammate. Griffin thought about the 3rd lane. Grinnell up to the wall, trying to keep that 3rd lane from being open. Down to the start-finish line this time by. We're now fully up to speed. Do we get off at turn 4 clean? We'll make it back. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go at Daytona. Robert Peterson looks to the inside. Gassion still shoving his teammate clear. Tyler Grinnell, last time he was at this race, he ended the race on his side across the start-finish line. This time, trying to go for a win. Robert Peterson looking for whatever he can muster down on the low side of the racetrack. Drifting, oh, crash, big crash entering turn 3. Huge crash, 5, 10, a dozen and more. 1 upside down. It's a drag race off 4. Renault coming to the line. Peterson gets dumped into the infield. And Gassion pushes Tyler Renault to the win at Daytona. Robert Peterson crosses the line in 7th, but a monster crash coming out of turn number 3 will put a swift end to what could have been a monumental finish. It falls apart on the last lap as Silvers and Peterson got tangled up, and it was over. Still got cars into the grass. Ryan Dingler is demolished. He is trying to get back. He's not going to do so. And Tyler Grinnell will become the first winner from the Outhouse to the Penthouse with the driver out of Roxbury, New Jersey. Grinnell will burn it down with his first win of 2025. Maybe. He's thinking about it. Solid drive for Grinnell this afternoon. Did everything he had to do in order to get the win. Let's take a look on what happened coming around through turn numbers 3 and 4 on that final lap in just a moment here, because boy, you want to talk about the big one. That is the big one. It fell apart on the back straightaway. entering turn number 3. 4 wide, doesn't fit at Daytona. And they just bottled it up big time back here. There you see the 84 of David Farmer get up on his roof. He got hit by Grant Peterson and Justin Wilson. Carried all the way around, still on his lid. Then got tagged once more by Loya. Loya spun it off the final corner, and Farmer came down to rest. He did finish 25th. So he was able to pick up some spots as a result of that, but jeez. A nasty, nasty crash. You already see him wrecking up front. There you see Barry Moore take a vicious lick into the wall. And this was everyone down behind, kind of piling in late in this. Loya cut down low, tried to get around, and ended up driving right through an upside-down race car. Tough rate, though, for David Farmer. He was running a pretty darn good race, all things considered, but physics said no this day. You see him just get pinned in between the 10 and the 96 and goes for a ride. Get one more look from the air over this. Surprised that car ended up on all fours afterwards, but good on him, I guess. But yep, Gossett tried to go over 4. Swafford, Peterson, and Holscher were already there. Holscher made it out of that, surprisingly enough. And no one else behind them really did. Boy, a wild race, though, this afternoon. And, well, we'll get the chance now to take a rundown of your official post-race results from the World Center of Racing at the end of the day. As it is going to be Tyler Greneau taking home the W this afternoon. It's an ESM 1-2, as a matter of fact, with Austin Gassion picking up the second spot. Matt Sherry was in third, Silvers in fourth. Sean Bounty was in fifth with Scott Griffin in sixth, Peterson in seventh, Rucker in eighth, Ray in ninth, and Holscher closes out the top 10. From there, Sean Collins in 11th, Tommy Gossett in 12th, Nathaniel Evans in 13th, Cole Freilich in 14th, Gage Teff back in the number 15 spot, along with Nathan Shiflett, Stephen Purcell, McColgan, Peterson, and Rucci will close out the top 20. Continuing on down through the field, you're going to have Maxwell Kroll, Noah Swafford. Excuse me, lost a spot for a moment. Jared Kuno, Jonathan Casebeer, David Farm, Aaron Morton, Adrian Loya, Josh Whiteman, Zachary Christ, Jeremiah Hobbs, and then the back portions of the grid will be Ryan Dingler, Mark Brannigan Jr., Terrell Wheeler, Davey Hazard, Justin Wilson, Connor LaFrance, Jacob Noyes, Blaine Brink, Eric Parsons, Scott Thomason, and Colby Muse, with Hunter Thrower not making the start over the race this afternoon.